My name is Nacy Johnson, and I own Optimized Consulting. We have been in business now for almost 14 years, and our focus is really on helping companies through management consulting issues, design and product development issues. We basically help companies prepare internally to go global. So whether that's process improvement, technology improvements, resource optimization, any of the things that businesses need in order to ready themselves to grow, and to grow globally, particularly. It was. I actually spent a good number of years as a fashion designer and product developer in fashion, apparel, footwear, and home furnishings. And about 14 years ago, I decided that I really wanted to take my knowledge of design and how you design better, and the business side of things, because creative people usually don't have a really good business mindset. And I started Optimize to really go in to provide guidance to other companies in that design and development space, because developing products today, particularly apparel and footwear, is not what it used to be 20 years ago, where you walked down the hall and you had your pattern maker and your sample maker. Now we're making things halfway around the world, and so understanding how that happens, communication, information that has to change hands, and a lot of companies just don't understand how to do that effectively. So I wanted to take all of my years of knowledge and being on the front lines and be able to provide guidance to other companies so that they don't make the same mistakes that had been made in the past.
Yeah.
Our base is technically in New York,
Okay.
in the US, but we actually have a global outreach because I've got both associates and partners that are spread around the world, so that we can engage companies in Australia, China, Europe. We currently have several projects going on in Europe. We have projects in the US, and we are just about to embark on some projects in Australia. So it kind of, depending on where the mood is and what's happening, we could be anywhere or everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
The most important thing about being global is that you have an understanding of the markets that you're going into, both from a business sense, but also culturally. I think that it's very critical that you understand the types of customers that you're going to cater to, or the types of businesses that are going to become your partners in a specific region or country of the world. I also think it's pretty critical to listen to other people that have done it before, and hopefully not repeat the same mistakes. With business is just now global. It's so easy to transfer information. It's so easy to fly around the world. And so that's the growth path. You've got an unlimited number of customers potentially around the world, and I think that's why people choose to go global, because it's easier, it can be cost effective now. But I also think it's just, we're becoming a little less cognizant of the differences in cultures, and so I think that's made a difference. I think people really want to be able to sell their products or their services or their knowledge to anyone, to everyone, because that's what business really doesn't have a color, right? Business is just business.
Yeah.
I think some of the things that I've been able to do that have been successful is, especially through things like iwec, is building these relationships, building strategic alliances and partnerships, and I think that helps you understand immediately what the potential is for your business in a particular area. It helps you understand the consumer mindset, and I think that makes it a little bit easier to embark on business in other places than the country where the business was founded.
Yeah.
I also think some of the potential benefits of being global are that your services then it allows you to broaden your horizons. You don't get so focused in such a small segment of business that you forget that there's a big world out there.
Yeah. Now, what does it mean to you to be a recipient of an iwec award?
It's an honor. It's an honor. I actually won last year, and I am back this year because part of the whole idea that we're facilitating in the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, which I represent, is that whole concept of staying involved. It's not just one year you win an award and then walk away. We really are about continuing to develop our relationships and to develop our networks and to be involved every year so that we can broaden the outreach of iwec and bring all of the new, the new awardees into the fold, but also continue to evangelize for iwec, because it's not just something that happens for a week, a year. It's really something that we need to promote all year and every year, and I think as we get a bigger and bigger delegation of people and more awardees in different parts of the world, it will start to proliferate and really flourish. I spend a lot of time teaching and mentoring young businesses, and particularly new designers who want to start their own businesses. And there are a couple of things that I always tell them. The first is spend some time in the business world first. Work for someone else and watch what they do. Talk to them. Learn from their mistakes. You could be the most creative person in the world and put out the most beautiful products, but if you don't know how to price them, sell them, work a little bit and get some experience before you start your own business, because starting your own business is very difficult. There are just a lot of things that have to be done to make it successful. I think in the fashion world particularly, there needs to be direct communication with the people who are going to make your product. So if you are producing in China or India or Italy, wherever it is that you're producing your product, you need to go and meet those people. You need to have a face with a name, and you need to understand that these people are your partners in this business. You might be the creative aspect of it or the marketing aspect of it, but the people that are making what you're selling, those are the key people. So building those relationships. I think the third thing that I would say is definitely to make sure that you have a handle on all the parts of the business. And even if it's not your forte, finance, for instance. A lot of people are not really good at finance, but they need to know something about finance. Go take a course at the local college or talk to your local chamber of commerce, because again, you can be a creative person and have a really great idea, but if you don't understand the finances behind the business or marketing the business, you won't get anywhere. So you need to have at least a little bit of knowledge about the core parts, all the core parts of your business, and then use that, work with the people that you hire, and make your business successful. I think those are probably the top 3 things.